Hello and welcome back to this channel. Dear students, this topic is Fir filter structures. In the earlier video, we have discussed what are the basic things related to Fir, that is finite impulse response, and IR, that is infinite impulse response. Presently, we'll be talking about how to solve the numericals as far as this FIR, finite impulse response filter structures, are concerned. So, first type of structure is linear phase realization. Consider one example. This is the given numerical. H of z is 1 plus z raised to minus 1 upon 4 plus z raised to minus 2 upon 4 plus z raised to minus 3. This is the given equation of h of z. From this given equation, directly we can write the values of h of n as, do remember the basic things. The equation is given in terms of z transformation. So, we need a very few things related to z transformation. For example, h of n is impulse response. Its z transformation is h of z, which is denoted by big H of z. So in turn, you can well say like this: if h of z is given, its inverse z is h of n, small h of n. So we can simply write it as like this: h of n, that is the sequence. First coefficient is 1. I will keep it as it is. Next coefficient is z raised to minus 1 upon 4. So it is actually 1 by 4. I mean, skip z terms and write down the values, write down the coefficients 1 by 1. So this term is z raised to minus 2 upon 4. So it is again 1 by 4. Last term is z raised to minus 3. Coefficient with z raised to minus 3 is not given. That means it is 1. So I will write it 1 over here. This is the impulse response h of n. So from this we can well say h of 0 is equals to 1. Then h of 1 is equals to 1 by 4. H of 2 is equals to 1 by 4. H of 3 is equals to 1. Alright. Now how to draw the structure? This is the given equation h of z. H of z is actually called transfer function. It is the ratio of output to the input. Now we are talking in terms of z. That means we are doing the calculation in z domain. So this h of z, this term can be expressed as output, that is y of z upon x of z, which is equals to same, that is given equation. So I will rewrite the given equation as it is, which is y of z upon x of z. Recall the things: y stands for output, x stands for input. Take the cross multiplication. That means all these terms will be multiplied with x of z. So I will write y of z is equals to x of z plus, as I said, every term is going to get multiplied with x of z. So it is, I will make it simple like this: 1 by 4 z raised to minus 1 x of z. One and the same thing. I am transferring x of z over here. So it becomes x of z into z raised to minus 1 by 4. So it is same as 1 by 4 z raised to minus 1 x of z plus next term 1 by 4 z raised to minus 2 x of z plus again this x of z gets multiplied with z raised to minus 3. So it becomes z raised to minus 3 x of z. Now, I have to take inverse z transform. No tough calculations are required. Make the thing simple. This is y of z, that is output in z domain. In case of normal terms, normal domain, you have to take inverse z transform. So make it very simple. If y of z is given in z domain, its inverse z is small y of n. Very simple. Make use of small notations and in place of z write n. Similarly, for x of z, its inverse is x of n. It is x of n plus constant terms remains as it is. So 1 by 4 will remain as it is. Now very important thing. This term is z raised to minus 1 x of z. In terms of inverse z, it is x of n minus 1. Not a big deal. This is z raised to minus 1. So simply write x of n minus 1. Same way, again this term 1 by 4 remains as it is. This is z raised to minus 2 x of z. So I will write it as x of n minus 2. Plus this is z raised to minus 3 x of z. I will write it as x of n minus 3. Now we have to combine the terms. Observe this equation, last equation. This term x of n minus 1 and x of n minus 2 is getting multiplied with 1 by 4. Same way. This first term is x of n. Actually, it is 1 into x of n. Similarly, the last term is x of n minus 3. That means it is same as 1 into x of n minus 3. So I can write the simplified equation as 1 in the bracket x of n plus x of n minus 3. What I did, this coefficient is 1 as if it is because it is not given. Similarly, this coefficient is also 1. I have taken one common and combined these two terms. Same way, this coefficient 1 by 4 is common for these two terms. So I will take 1 by 4 common and I can write it as x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2. So this is now the final equation. How to draw the diagram? See, I have combined the terms, so I have minimized the number of multipliers. So first term is x of n plus x of n minus 3. This is the generalized structure. From the LHS, I am applying x of n. This is z raised to minus 1. Every z term, like z raised to minus 1, represents the delay. That means after this block, this incoming signal is x of n. After this block, signal will be x of n minus 1. Same way, now x of n minus 1 is applied to this summer, as well as again it is passed through this delay. Again it will be delayed by one position. So at this point you will be getting x of n minus 2. Then this x of n minus 2 will appear over here. Again it is delayed by 1. So this point I will get x of n minus 3. Now observe the first term. X of n plus x of n minus 3. This term is x of n minus 3. It is applied to this summer or adder. From this side we are getting x of n. So this summer takes addition of x of n plus x of n minus 3. This is the line where constant multiplier is getting multiplied. So it is 1 into x of n plus x of n minus 3. Next, 1 by 4 x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2. Look at this diagram. At this point I have x of n minus 1. This signal passes in the forward direction like this, as well as it is coming in the downward direction. So it is x of n minus 1 applied to this adder. Then this is x of n minus 2. It is again applied in the upward direction as well as in this direction. So here it goes to this summer. It is x of n minus 2 plus x of n minus 1 multiplied with 1 by 4. So multiplied with 1 by 4. This plus sign indicates again we need to use one summer or adder, and final output is y of n. This is the linear phase realization of the given equation. In this case, the value of order that is denoted by m is equals to 4. How we concluded m is equals to 4 or order is 4? Very simple. There are 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. So m is equals to 4. Do remember, actual term starts with z raised to 0 and it is up to z raised to minus 3. So m is equals to 4. Now, one important concept. This type of structure is satisfying the symmetry condition. The symmetry condition is given by h of n is equals to h of m minus 1 minus n, and range of n is 0 to m minus 1. What I said, value of m in this case is 4. So I will simply put this value. So it becomes h of n is equals to h of. If I will put m is equals to 4, this becomes 4 minus 1 minus n. That means 3 minus n. And range of n will be 0 to 3. Why 3? Because it is 0 to m minus 1. M is 4. So it will be 0 to 3. Now we'll just cross check the things. I will put different values of n. First put n is equals to 0. So for n is equals to 0, this gives me h of 0 is equals to h of 3. Look at this equation. It is h of n. I am putting n is equals to 0. So it becomes h of 3. Then put n is equals to 1. If I will put n is equals to 1, I will get h of 1 is equals to h of 3 minus 1. That is 3 minus 1. That is 2. So h of 1 is same as h of 2. Observe these terms. H of 0 is 1. Here I have written the values. H of 0 is 1. H of 3 is again 1. So these two values are same. H of 0 is equals to H of 3. Next, H of 1 is same as H of 2. H of 1 is 1 by 4, which is same as H of 2, 1 by 4. So this type of structure is called the structure drawn or realization done by using minimum number of multipliers. Now let us solve one more numerical related to this linear phase realization. Just now we solved the numerical in which the value of m was 4. So that was for even number. Now Observe this given equation. This is the given equation h of z, 1 plus 1 half z raised to minus 1 minus 1 by 4 z raised to minus 2 plus 1 half z raised to minus 3 plus 1 into z raised to minus 4. Since the value is till z raised to minus 4, its order is 5 because as I said earlier, it is starting from 0. So you need to add one number in this. So m is equals to 5 in the present given equation. That means this realization is for odd value or odd orders. Okay, the procedure remains same apart from slight differences. This is y of z. So like the previous sum, I can write it as y of z upon x of z, which is equals to same given equation. Take the cross multiplication. So I will write y of z is equals to, first term is 1 into x of z, that is x of z, plus 1 half z raised to minus 1 x of z minus 1 by 4 z raised to minus 2 x of z plus 1 half z raised to minus 3 x of z plus 1 z raised to minus 4 x of z. Now everything is similar to the earlier numerical. Now we will take inverse z transform. So after taking inverse z, I will get y of n is equals to x of n plus next term z raised to minus 1 x of z. Like the earlier case, it becomes 1 half x of n minus 1 minus 1 by 4. This is z raised to minus 2. So it is x of n minus 2 plus 1 half x of n minus 3 because it contains z raised to minus 3. Next term plus 1 x of n minus 4 because it has z raised to minus 4. So this is the inverse z. Now we have to combine the terms like the previous sum. So this coefficient is 1 half. Again this coefficient is 1 half. So I will club these two terms. I will write it as 1 half taking common. Before that, this is 1 x of n. That means as if it is 1 into x of n. Similarly, this is 1 into x of n minus 4. So first I will write it like this. 1 into x of n plus x of n minus 4. That means I have clubbed these two terms, first term and last term. Plus taking 1 half common. So it becomes x of n minus 1. From this term I have taken 1 half common. Then plus x of n minus 3. Now remaining term, you cannot you don't have the other term having coefficients minus 1 by 4. So let us keep this term as it is. So it becomes minus 1 by 4 x of n minus 2. Now the question arises, how to draw the realization structure. Very much similar to the earlier case. Observe this diagram. In the earlier case, at the last stage, I have used only one delay. Here, two delay elements are shown. That is the only difference. Observe the first term. It is x of n plus x of n minus 4. These are the given delays. So from this, you are getting x of n. Here, you will get x of n minus 1. Then here, you will get x of n minus 2. Here, you will get x of n minus 3. Here, you will get x of n minus 4. First term is x of n plus x of n minus 4. So this is x of n plus x of n minus 4 multiplied with coefficient 1. So I will write here coefficient 1. Next term, 1 half x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 3. From this you are getting x of n minus 1. From this you are getting x of n minus 3 after passing through this delay. So taking addition of these two terms should be multiplied with 1 half. So here on this line I will write 1 half. Last term minus 1 by 4 x of n minus 2. Here you are getting x of n minus 2. So again x of n minus 2 travels through these branches. Here you are getting same term x of n minus 2 multiplied with coefficient minus 1 by 4. So this is the final structure, final realization for the given equation when n is odd. So if you just remember two structures, earlier structure which was for even order and this is for odd order, just go on incrementing or decrementing the stages. All the remaining procedure will be same for each and every numerical. Likewise, the previous sum, you can well check the condition of stability, condition of symmetry using the equation h of n is equals to h of m minus 1 minus n. Now the next step of realization for FR filters is cascade realization. It is pretty simple. In the earlier video, we have studied direct form realization. It is just extension of this direct form realization. So suppose this is the given equation. Cascade means the structures must be connected one after other. So two brackets, two equations are given. Let us assume first equation represents H1Z, second equation represents H2Z. So this given equation H of Z can be written as H1Z into H2Z, like the earlier case. This H of Z can be written as Y of Z upon X of Z. So first term, I will write it like this: Y of Z upon X of Z. You may well write Y1 upon X1 because it is related to H of Z, but make it simple. I'm simply writing Y of Z upon X of Z is given equation 1 plus 1 half Z raised to minus 1 plus Z raised to minus 2. Same way for the next term, I will write Y of Z upon X of Z is equals to 1 plus 1 by 4 Z raised to minus 1 plus Z raised to minus 2. Take cross multiplication. So I will get Y of Z is X of Z plus 1 half Z raised to minus 1 X of Z plus Z raised to minus 2 X of Z. This is the first term related to H1 of Z. Now same way, take cross multiplication for this second equation, second term. So this can be written as Y of Z is equals to X of Z plus 1 by 4 Z raised to minus 1 X of Z plus Z raised to minus 2 X of Z. Now last step, take inverse Z transform. So after taking inverse Z, Y of Z, its inverse Z is Y of n is equals to X of Z, it is X of n plus this term is Z raised to minus 1 X of Z. So I can write it as 1 half X of n minus 1 plus this is Z raised to minus 2 X of Z. So it can be written as X of n minus 2. Same way for this I can write Y of Z, its inverse is Y of n is equals to X of Z, its inverse is X of n plus 1 by 4 X of n minus 1 plus there is no coefficient, so I will write 1 X of n minus 2. Now these are the two separate terms which I have simplified by using inverse Z transformation. Now drawing the diagram, again it's pretty easy. Like the earlier case, what I said in earlier videos, we have discussed how to draw the direct form structure. So simply consider first term. So it is X of n. Somewhere I will mark here X of n. Then always draw delay vertically. This is not a rule, but it will make the thing simple. So I have drawn one delay. This is X of n. Again X of n passes through these two lines. Next term is 1 half X of n minus 1. This is the delay. At the output of this, you will be getting X of n minus 1. Right here 1 half. So this point, at this point, you will get 1 half X of n minus 1. It is added with X of n. So draw one adder over here and join these two lines. Next term is X of n minus 2 and added with the previous part. Up to this point, you have got X of n minus 1. Draw one more delay. So this is Z raised to minus 1. So at this delay, you are getting X of n minus 2. Again, multiply it with coefficient 1 because as if it is 1 into X of n minus 2. It should be added with previous part. So I will write one adder over here and complete this diagram. From this point, you will get output of the first part, first term. Same logic for the second part. For the second term, I have X of n plus 1 by 4 X of n minus 1 plus X of n minus 2. So somewhere I will write here X of n. Then like the previous case, I will draw one delay Z raised to minus 1. It is multiplied with 1 by 4. Everything is same like the previous case. I will write one adder. Then one more delay Z raised to minus 1. Then it is multiplied with 1 and added with previous part. So this is final output Y of n. Now this is the cascade structure, as if it is H of Z is H1 of Z into H2 of Z. That means after drawing two separate diagrams, simply skip this term and connect the two diagrams one after other like this. This is called the cascade form realization of FIR structure. So this is the way you can draw any diagram provided that the brackets, separate terms are given. Treat each term separately and draw the separate diagrams, then connect all the diagrams one after other. So this is about the FIR filter structure. So dear students, that's it for today's session. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video.